I have to stop at some point, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I have no real opinion about it. I figure that it's kind of between the woman and her baby.
How
Yeah,
many
kind of.
crewmates
Yeah.
would you
Oh,
I
there's a
think that
Freshy running across the road.
before
Where?
you
Run him
throw
over,
me
run
in
him
or
over.
whatever the
Okay,
hell
I see.
Before you throw me into
This
that,
you, Loki?
I kind of, there are certain things that I
You better not
try
have a
not
grenade
to get
launcher.
involved in, and
Boobies?
no, boobies I do try to get no, but more.
This is the-
more
this is
kinda
the-
like
this is the
when
Matrix
women
way.
are dealing with the. Well,
We
specifically,
run
thinking
over
about
new
my wife, when
players.
she has ideas about stuff, I'm like, okay.
I think my husband has learned that as well.
Yeah, it's probably the best. What does your husband do?
He has a internet business.
Oh, right.
He's also a writer.
Right.
He knows to stay away because I love my
Does he work at home then?
Yeah, so he's able to help. Yeah.
Right, that's good.
Yeah, he does in the house.
Are you good at delegating with that? 'Cause
I think when you have a baby, you try to
I know,
figure
I get
out
no
what
fuck.
happens, who does what, and the first year is like everyone's deciding. You learn as you go.
It feels a bit like panic all the time.
Yes. Sleep deprivation.
Sleep
Yeah.
deprivation is the worst. For us,
Guys, kill those zombies.
what do you do?
Kill those zombies.
Do you go out and,
Kill those zombies.
I can't help it. I
Oh my god! No!
Who's the guy with his yellow bag on?
What the fuck? Guys, chill out.
Well, I tried to make sure you were dead, that's all. That's the only reason why I shot.
So die face your mute.
But yeah, I don't know. There's quite a bit of. Charles, you okay? Charlie? Let's just step over Charlie for a second. Hopefully he's okay. Well, I think we're here. I think we're definitely here. Is this the right? All right, I think we're here. We're here now? I think we're here. We're here now? I think we're here. All right, I hear my voice. I hear my voice inside my head. Where are you, darling? Let's eat some chips. This stream is not sponsored by Dutch Crunch. Kettle cooked all dressed chips. I just like them. With my Pepsi. 'Cause I'm straight edge. All right, so excusez-moi. I think we're gonna do like we're going to do soldiers, submachine, distorted assault rifle. Yes. Just gonna keep making them. I'm just gonna take the G3. Wow, we just found a lot of those. Should give us lots of rounds though, hey? Boost speed 93%. I'm that heavy? I don't think that does the thermal work on like NPCs? That's my wonder. Distorted, electronics, monsters and raid, monsters and raid. Jeez, I don't think I started up on top of this map before. Let's go down this way. Dude, this is not an isolated raid. I should have went with my thermal. This thing is loud as fuck. It's loud, dude. Dude, why is he so slow? This fucking gun is loud, dude. Is this Stoneman? Shit, I this Stoneman. Mine hack. Way down the road. Another mine hack. Same place. Alright, maybe I should move. Another bad day today in Clear. What happened, bud? You get yourself in trouble? Alright, so that's the electronics I needed. Now I got the extracts. So I'll check this anyway. The hell? Jeez, that's close. Good news is this is probably the last day I should have any problems. Oh. It's like you'll never find the body. Thought I was in an isolated raid to start off. Clearly that's not the case. That's over here. Well, hopefully it works out, dude. Because, you know, it's never fun to be stressed out. Still in a bad mood, yeah. It happens. It happens. Shake it off. Shake it off. Is that Taylor Swift song? Nine hack. That extract. It's right here. my god, reload! What the hell? How many shots are gonna miss?
That's not true. That's impossible.
Much for relaxing on the first round!
Dead, Jim.
What's up, Grim? Do you want to play? What's up, Arazar? I know Arazar already said he's not interested, and he's going to swear off the new game. I did G3. I went in, I thought it was an isolated raid. I'm going to go in and relax, do the G3 thing. Yeah. I'm head to work, but maybe another time. Oh, cool. I do. All good. Battlefield 6. Yeah, Battlefield 6, I tell you. That goes laughing there now. I don't know how did I freaking miss him? So many shots on him, and I didn't do any damage to him. He just decides to like walk up and just kill me. So annoying. Sometimes it's like it's good to have that set. That anyway, it's my fault because if I was going to go in PvP, I would have had a secondary gun to switch to instead of reloading it. It would have been faster to switch to a secondary gun. But I thought I hit isolated raid, so I went in specifically to do the G3 and try to level up that gun, right? Yeah, well, I fucked up. Anyway, also, too, I had the thermal, and I took it off the gun. It's like, well, I don't think the NPCs, I don't think the thermals work on the NPCs, so I'll hold off. Again, dummy. Yeah, Battlefield 6. Gotta get back to Battlefield 6. Yeah, we haven't really played a lot of Battlefield 6 either. Like, I was hoping Saintly was going to be on. Because I don't like playing Battlefield 6 by myself. I get really frustrated because unless you get a really good team, but then you don't even keep the same team. You go match to match, right? So you get a little frustrating. I've been watching or reading rather a lot of stuff on Battlefield 6 on Reddit, which I shouldn't be doing. But man, oh man, there's a lot of entitled people on that. I guess it's not specific to Battlefield 6, it's all games, but the Battlefield 6 filters are working as intended, and a lot of people are getting like temporary bans and stuff. And it's funny because one side is like, you might agree with this or disagree with this, but like bans are like for like names that are vulgar names, bans for like talking trash in the chat, like toxic stuff. And the argument by these players, and there's thousands of people that are agreeing upon in Reddit. Now, Reddit is Reddit, I guess, but I don't know who's filled with the age groups, what kind of people, but thousands of people are agreeing. It's like, it's just silly. Battlefield 6 it's an M-rated game. You should be able to curse and swear. The characters curse and swear in the game, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting back laughing and laughing because they keep going, oh, well, back in my day, which they're not even that old, but back in my day, I'm playing Call of Duty lobbies and you know, all the racist shit that was talked in those games and everything else is just like out of control and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, it's like, guys, just because it happened doesn't mean it was right in the first place. Like, I mean, everyone's different, and some people, depending on where your age group are or whatever, you know, maybe you played along, maybe you know, maybe you were one of the biggest trash talking person ever. But at the same time, I keep going back to this stuff is entertainment, and to me, this is like a sport. So if I'm going to play in basketball, I play basketball every Wednesday night. There's a range of people from 16 years old to 78 years old, people I play with, right? So not a really competitive league by no means, but it's good. It's keep me in shape. Still, we play basketball. We play by the rules. That's how it is, right? If we go out there and we start trash talking everybody else, we're getting kicked out. Like, no one wants to de-stress and have to hear someone else talk down to you. Like, who likes that? Who wants to? Whoever thought that was a freaking good thing anyway? So, like, this whole, the internet came out and there was no rules and people thought, oh, you people, what? You mean I can say whatever I want and have no consequences? And somewhere along those people that grew up with that probably didn't know no different. Like we knew the different, and we still did it because we were learning to get into it. But kids that were growing up into that, they thought that was normal. Let's go back 5 years before that. If we go back 5 years before all these lobbies and the internet and everything else, with you're hidden behind a computer screen. If you go up to somebody and say, like after a game, and you go up to them and say you're a GDFC, all the different expletives. Yes, I know. Sometimes I swear in the stream. I'm trying not to right now. But if you're going off on somebody like that in real life, you know what happens to you? Do you know what happens in real life? In 1999, when I graduated high school, if I went up to another person in the schoolyard and I said blah 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 because you failed this thing, is all your fault, guess what happened? You're fucking punched in the fucking face. That's what happens. And somehow that turned into, I'm hiding behind a computer screen and I can say whatever I want. So I found this really, really fascinating. I was reading this Battlefield 6. This guy, I think all he said was dog shit. Now, realistically, it's not that big of a deal. We're all talking, not that big of a deal. But at the same time, what else did he say? Or even not even about that person individual. Maybe he legitimately only said that thing. But what other stuff do you guys see be said in these chat rooms, these open chats? Most games now don't have open chats. We turn off the open chats in Scum in a lot of cases because we don't want to see the BS that people get on with. Like, if someone goes into my Discord or this chat and gets on with too much crap, because I got thick skin, I don't care. Like, in all honesty, I don't care. Like, I went to my first electrical job and I said to the foreman there, like, look, I got thick skin. I'm here to learn. Just tell me, what I need to do. It is what it is, whatever. So, because I know a lot of times in trade, sometimes you are talked down on. It's just kind of a thing, whatever. Happens in different jobs or whatever. Sure. Some jobs that do, some jobs that don't. The job I'm in right now, if I was managing someone underneath me and I went and said some of the stuff that, potentially said in other fields or whatever at the time, I don't know how much it goes on now, I would be fired, right? So it kind of depends. Like, we're trying to get a more civilized society, but the internet is this whole, and all these people grew up with it, and they're like, they don't even know the difference. Yeah, well, that's true, Grim. Absolutely. I know it is. That kind of stuff happens in job world sometimes too. But at the same time, depending on how big the company is, if you just work for one guy, he does whatever the hell he wants to do, obviously. But still, you're not going to keep people, right? Like, if you want, like, decent, you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you another story. When I was working on a trade, we were also doing stuff with the paint crew. And there was this girl, not an attractive girl, probably doesn't really matter for the part of the story, but maybe it does. So she was a part of a paint crew. We had these couple big burly guys, and they were all always razzing each other. But for her, it was different. And I think it's the fact that she wasn't attractive, right? Because if she was attractive, I think it would have been a different story. But they would talk so much trash to her, and I was thinking at the time, because I was low on the totem pole too, I was thinking to myself, like, maid, why don't you leave? Like, this is horrible. And she did. She eventually just said, screw this, I'm gone. But then they had to turn around and hire someone else. It was their own friggin' fault. So again, it doesn't make it right. But my point is, this whole internet thing, like with the Battlefield 6, is like, oh, well, in Battlefield, the characters curse and they're running over people with tanks, and that's like the Scum thing. It's like the whole thing with Scum is like, why are you guys a bunch of idiots in Scum? Like, you're doing all this toxic stuff. Well, because the game is called Scum, I can act like Scum. No, you're still a regular human being. Scum also has freaking a chainsaw. You can cut someone with a chainsaw. You can hit them with an axe. You can shoot them in the face. Do you do that stuff in real life? Like, there's a real disconnect, right? But anyway, basically going back to like video games and stuff, I play this stuff to de-stress. I'm sure most people do as well. Sometimes stressing is getting your stress relief out by, playing an aggressive video game. But at the same time, I don't want to see your crap. Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you're going to bring me down. Like, no, that's not how it works. And like I said, in real life, if you came up to me, we're playing a sport, which is the closest thing that I can really look at for video games. It's a competitive thing, right? Because if you're playing a single-player game, we're not yelling the ball at each other. It's only the competitive side, right? You're yelling and screaming at each other kind of thing. So if I'm playing a sport and I'm balling and screaming at somebody, and I make this exactly right here now, If I'm playing soccer, okay, football, soccer, if I go to the other team and I'm caught by the referee bawling and screaming at them, I'm given a warning, okay? Then I'm given a yellow card. And then I'm given a red card. And guess what happens with a red card? Red card means you can't play the next game. AKA suspension. So EA is warning these people, you know, clean up your act. Like, stop. Like, is it necessary to get on at the end of a game and start, like, you know, berating your team that you're not even playing with after this round? You win as a team, you die, you lose a team is the way I look at it. All I ever say is GG's. You know, if someone asks a question, I answer the question. But all I pretty much ever say is GG's. So at the end of my Battle 6 rounds, all I see is GG's, GG's, GG's. You guys are FFing, blah, 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 blah. My team sucked. They're all a bunch of blah, 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 blah. GG's, GG's. So those couple people in between are not adding anything to the conversation. It's not even like we're going to continue on with the same team. It just switches at the end of the round anyway. So it's not even like a constructive criticism. It's just toxic. I mean, the reality is most people just turn off the chat now because the adults do anyway. But the children, or the juveniles, to like to say it, they just keep going. And look, I get it. Some people have a bad day. It's, you know, it happens or whatever. But at the same time, if I have a bad day and I go into my boss and I tell him to F off, he don't care if I'm having a bad day. I'm done. That's it. Unless I'm really lucky. But otherwise, I'm done. My job now has a rule to keep people from getting into fights. If one person punches and the other guy defends himself, both get fired. You just got to take it to keep your job. What? Now I know everything's different field, but anyway, going back to the soccer thing, basically, or hockey or whatever, like you get this suspension. Think of it that way. EA is the referee. The suspension is the suspension, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't like. I mean, you know, men, women, whatever, testosterone. I get it, but at the same time, this yelling and bawling and screaming at someone out of a video game, in my opinion, especially repeat offenders, you're all a bunch of puss bags, right? Like you wouldn't say it to my face. You got to say it behind your computer screen. And what I find really funny is, find really funny about it is then these people are calling other people like myself a snowflake because I can't take it, is what they're trying to say. It's like, dude, I can take it just fine. I don't want to. I shouldn't have to. I'm not interested. I don't care about your problems. Quite frankly, I don't know you. If you're my friend and you said something like that to me or whatever, then I can say, okay, cooler heads prevail, and we can talk it out and see what's going on. If you keep at it, you're not my friend anymore, right? That's just it. Oh, for God's sakes. It's always someone that ruins my conversation. It's always you. How come you're not playing games with you, Rocket? You gotta go to work in the morning, you snowflake. Anyway. But that's what I find funny about. Like, the people are already programmed in their heads, these overused terms anyway. It's like, oh, well, if you don't agree with me, then you're the most gentlest thing they can think of, which is a snowflake comment. But the reality is, these people, they feel that they have the right, that they can just say what they want. And, you know, what's really funny, I've read someone also say, it's like, so what does that mean? As an adult, we have to get rid of our children names? And if you think about it, a lot of the stupid usernames are children, right? You're not going to... Put it this way. If you're... Okay. So you're... We'll use the same term, dog shit. We said that earlier. If you're... What do you think? What do you think of my new sub? My resub alert. I think it's pretty good. I changed this. It took me like 6 years, but I finally changed it. It's still Star Trek themed. Excuse me. What was I gonna say? I got my mind mushed now. Oh no, I know. So if your username, just think of it this way. If your this is a real example. This guy, I think he got banned for his username. I think his username was dogshit42069. Supposedly he got banned because that was his username. He was told to change it, right? And of course he's losing the shit of free speech, which he doesn't even know what that means. and it doesn't apply to businesses, and it's not universal throughout the world anyway. So anyway, again, entitlement. But that's his name, dogshit 42069, something like that. I think as I've seen on Reddit. So this is his world, right? He's in. Now, if you're gonna go apply to your job, okay, you're gonna go apply to a job in the actual real world, and your email address is dogshit69420 at gmail.com. How quick are you gonna freaking change that? Like, seriously? Right? If you can't give your future employer your username as an email address, guess what? You didn't grow up. You're actually the juvenile person, not EA for saying, look, it's an adult game. We actually want adults to play. Just because, this is what I said to my son before. It's like, just because you can drink a beer and swear does not make you an adult. And that's what a lot of these people think. Oh, it's an adult video game, so I should be able to swear. Why? The swearing is not like a past adulthood. If that's true, you're an adult at freaking 9 years old. Like, that's stupid. Anyway, people are dumb. Franco for 5. Oh, and you new champion. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but so right now, Rocket, you're the new champion, but you notice your hit points. So I changed it because some arsehole did something and became the new champion, so I didn't count him. So I reset it. But now, you may get champion is increments. So every time the new champion becomes new champion, it ups the hit points a little bit. So I think he started off with 100, and now he has 300. So the next person will have to do a couple things to get the championship. Oh my. Johnny Sip Hills for band 2. Johnny Sip Hills. I don't even know what that is. So I wouldn't even report that one. I know what the fuck that is. Retire the championship? Why? Why? Because you're the champion? Is that what you mean? You want bumper jumper? Wrong stream. But did you notice? I got the counters. I made some counters. So I got the Twitch counter and YouTube counter, so you kind of see, where you're to. Oh, Rat King. Speaking of which, on YouTube, Rat King says, I already got the deluxe version. The slam test convinced me. Awesome. So Rocket will crap on me right now, but I played the slam test 4 times. 3 times on stream, and 4 times in total. First time I played with my brother Rocket, who's on Twitch right now, just talking trash. And we didn't have a very good time. Now, in fairness, I was feeling pretty crappy, and the stream was about an hour and a half. The second day we played, I think I played with Saintly. I was figuring stuff out, liking it a little bit more, doing a bit of reading on the game, appreciating a bit more about it, especially the physics, the way they talk about how they designed the AI for the physics, and it actually has like real world, like the way that everything walks and stuff is really interesting. So I really like that. I like the backstory with it. And so I was getting a bit more onto it, but I still was having a bit of rough time with it. And again, in the back of my head, I was really thinking about, not getting it. And I was comparing it a lot to this game and some other extraction shooter games. But then the third day, I played with somebody else that's been playing it constantly and really enjoying it. And I learned a little bit more about the game as well. And I kind of played it a little bit different. I got into the blueprint stuff, like the upgrading your different things and the different benches and everything else. And I started actually enjoying it a lot more. And then on the 4th day off stream, which I wish I would have streamed, I played solo, just myself, and it was a completely different experience than I played on the first day. Completely different. Like the players I was playing against wasn't out for blood. Like this game, and again, different games. So what it's different games. But this game, every time you see somebody, it's pretty much kill on sight. Everyone is out to kill each other. That's just how it works. But in that one, it didn't seem like it was that. Everyone was really, really threatened by the NPCs. They're threatened by the NPCs in this one, but NPCs in this one are kind of like in their own little bubbles, with the exceptions to other ones are kind of going after you. But anyway, yes, I put up a couple YouTube videos. I put up a for Arc Raiders. I put up a video for just kind of giving my views and stuff and what's upcoming with the game. So I put that one down the other day. I also put a hype video up. I put up a hype video for it as well. And on the 30th, which is 3 days time, we'll all get to play it together. So maybe Rocket will join us while we're doing it. I'd say he probably will. He usually gives in. 3 days, baby. All right, so this one we're gonna do an isolated raid this time. I swear. It's like twice now after going into what I thought were isolated raids, and you absolutely were not. Loadout check. Okay. I guess we'll take the Jeep in there again. I don't know. Do I need an ACOG for this? Would it be better to go with a different scope? Because I don't really need to see range, right? What's up, Hambo? And how you doing? What time would it release? I think they announced it already. I think it was listed already. Same here. I played solo, and the people were talking. We were random team ups at great firefights. So the big thing that I noticed with Arc Raiders that a lot of other extraction shooters either maybe they have it, but not to the same degree, is the big boss fights. Like even my main game, Scum, which is a survival game, I really wish we had some sort of a big ass boss to fight. You know, I really wish that was the way it was, where we had this big ass boss to fight, which ironically, I'm pretty sure one of the head developers for Scum actually really likes Arc Raiders. So I'm hoping he's going to come into the, you know, he's come to that idea himself and then put like this big ass boss in Scum that we all team up to fight. I think that'd be super cool. It says 2 days on Steam, so it might be midnight. I did read a lot of European players said they're getting up like 4:30 in the morning or something to play it, so I don't know. And Rocket's talking more trash. What happened to your bulletproof method if a game doesn't intrigue you in the first hour or pull you in, as you say, it's garbage and trash? Well, Rocket, if you watch my YouTube video, I actually talk a lot about that and about how I do agree with that method and it makes sense and it's still important with Arc Raiders because the thing is, that was a server slam. That was a demo, right? That was not any money invested. So for me, that was a freebie, right? It might be for you a freebie to stay away, but for me, it was just kind of a little bit of a taste to see what I like, what I didn't like. Now, if in that first 2 hours, you know, it comes up and it is actual trash, in fairness, Rocket, that's not very nice for you to say because now you're driving my millions of potential viewers away from my video by indirectly calling it trash, and that's not very cool because there's like 3 people that watched it, so I'm very sad now. One thing I like about Arc Raiders, I'm not sure if you have the same feeling about it. For me, it feels like a AAA single-player game that has multiplayer added and not the other way around. So I think that's somewhat not by design, but is by design. Because the game originally was supposed to be a PvE looter shooter, and partial way through development they added the extraction part and the PvP. So I think you're kind of onto that with a degree. I think that's true. I think they did add that in there after the fact. Hold on. Buy suitable equipment. Oh wait, no inventory space. Hold on. Pouches. Dude, I'm almost out of puppy dogs. I'm out of plates. This is an expensive trip. I'm gonna have to make the plates. Just 1 second, guys. Okay. You need to get the streaming things too. 2 times 10. That might not be enough bullets. All right, let's do it. All right, forget. Excuse me. No, I'm tired for the game, not your video. The video is A+. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm talking about your video, talking about the game. I'm so confused, Rocket. I only had a budget for 1 game, and I had to choose between Active Matter and Arc Raiders. Excuse me. I mean, that's fair. I mean, that's the thing, too. Not everybody can buy every game that comes out, especially if they scratch a similar itch. So Arc Matter is a different game. They're both extraction shooters, but they're absolutely a different game. And I totally forgot to bring in the key I was going to bring in. I'm a dummy. And obviously one's third person, the other one's first person. One is more of a looter. This one has loot in it too, but I don't know. They just kind of do it a little bit different. And I think for me, maybe unfairly so, I was kind of comparing it too much to this game, and I don't think that's really truth behind it. Did I say Arc Matter? Yeah, I do tend to say Arc Matter. Arc Raiders, jeez. Christmas? Yeah. It's actually funny, I seen someone on Reddit earlier today, and they were talking about how they were in a place in their life that they could not afford a lot of things, but now they're in a different place in life that they can. So they went and they bought, like, I don't know, 7 copies of the game, and they're giving away on Reddit. And so there's somebody right now on Reddit giving away a copy of the game, and they're asking, you know, obviously if you already own it, don't enter, but just in asking people to tell their story of why they like the game or want the game or whatever. And I thought it was pretty neat. So just kind of a random give back kind of moment. Because let's be honest, most of Reddit, or at least the most experience that I have with Reddit, is people just constantly talking trash. It's very negative. It's a very negative atmosphere. At least my experience is. But big fan of Tarkov. Oh, dude, if you're a big fan of Tarkov, you probably like this game. Stalker, VR, and both Active Matter and Arc are different. They are different. They absolutely are different. Excuse me, sorry. They are absolutely different. But yeah, if you're Tarkov, like gunplay, this is better for gunplay. But I think with Arc Raiders, it's a different kind of game. It's more of a not a family friendly per se, although I don't think there's any blood. There's no excessive violence. Like, I really think it's more of a, you can sit down and play with your parents, your siblings, you know, and just have a good time, and your parents not gonna be worried that everything is just too crazy. And I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, why? Like, there's a reason why Fortnite does so well, you know? Like, it doesn't need to have people being, you know, excessive murder, excessive, you know, violence, excessive everything. It just does its thing. Does it have violence? Yeah, of course it does. But it's not, you know, it's just a different kind of thing. I think it's somewhat refreshing. You know? Most of Reddit is bots. Are you telling me I've been arguing? I've been up late, didn't get any sleep at all, and all I've been doing is argue with actual bots, Rocket? Where were you two to save my sanity? I think a lot of the internet is bots now, hey? Yeah, because Tarky and Arc Raiders are nothing alike. Yeah, I kind of agree. They're probably nothing alike. Well, like I said, they're alike in the sense that they're both, you know, extraction shooters. So they are alike in that sense. but they play different. The world is different. I don't think the PvP is as serious, despite like me and Rocky getting our ass handed to us when we played it. I don't think it's the same. I think it's different. Army backpack. Thing in it? Some random bullets. Yes, it is correct. But anyway, I messaged Dogface actually because I was curious because Dogface actually wanted to pick that game up too, and he hasn't really been. Where'd he go? Where the hell did he go? You refund Battlefield 6? Dude, I don't know where everyone's to. Like, I don't want to play Battlefield 6 by myself, but nobody's playing it. Like, Tyrone played it the other night, a ton. Like, he's got the most out of all of us. Tyrone does. But, like, nobody's on. No. Keep hitting the wrong button here. But I want to play it. I wanted to play it tonight, but I was like, there's nobody on, so. Yeah, well, he's up there. He is up there. I don't know if he's 60, but he's up there. But tomorrow, I think tomorrow they're adding the Battle Royale, so that's different again. The Battle Royale in this game is actually a lot of fun. Orange. Turn soldiers. Apparently there's one down here on the road. Wow. This gun is so loud. I'm gonna keep checking these garages. Huh. So many garages here, dude. You need a tire iron? Huh? I was even thinking of playing Scum tonight, but I was like, nah, I don't really want to get into it. Sorry. I'm sure the gunplay and active matters more realistic and tactical. Looks more like Tarkov oriented. Think this winter I'll swap between the two. Active matter looks much better than Tarkov right now, in all fairness. Well, that's another thing though. Tarkov, according to Rocket, I think Tarkov is coming at 1.0 in November, I think, isn't it? So that's going to be a big thing too. So the battle royale I mentioned. Okay. So yes and no. So this is the map that I'm on. You can see. Okay. You see the circle? Well, it says zone collapses in 20 minutes. So I'm in this zone, like it's a supernatural zone. When 20 minutes hits, the zone starts to shrink. Most people don't wait till the end. They get out before that. So as an extraction shooter, they leave before that. But when it happens, you're not there all day, it shrinks. And it eventually goes down to nothing. But when it does start to shrink, there's a restriction for everybody in the middle of the map. So you still got a chance to get out at the end. Okay? However, there is another mode that you can play as a part of the maps and stuff you choose that it starts off, it's called an unstable zone. So this is a stable zone. And there's an unstable zone. So the unstable zone, it shrinks every 2 minutes. So that's more of a battle royale. However, it's not a battle royale in the sense there's 64 players because it's still only like 12 players, right? But it shrinks so fast that it does feel pretty good. I enjoy it. I like playing it. Also, even though I'm playing right now in the PvE mode, where there's no other players here, there is bots. There is bots that are that act like players, and they're pretty decent. The AI is pretty good. They come at me and they hit me. I'll curse on them soon, but. This game has a lot more of a learning curve than Arc Raiders, and maybe it does. Maybe it does. I see dope move for extraction shooter. That was an AI that just freaking appeared in front of me and murdered me. So this red thing, this is called this is the active matter. This is actually active matter. This here is. And this is it does a couple things. It's currency. So if you extract with it, so now I have 3 down here, 3. However, it's if you're playing with another player. So if you were playing with me in my squad and you got downed, then I can use 10 active matter to bring you back to life. And then I think it increments. It goes like 50, so on and so forth. Do you have scavs like in Tarkov, or is this AI? So yes, there's those scavs. You can also spawn in as a scav. They're not called scavs or scavengers in this game. It's just called renting a kit or whatever. So you can go in with just a basic gear. This game at this current state is really easy to get money and stuff like that. Like I have over $300,000 in stuff, and you know, but it's not really about the money per se. It's more about like the way it works with this one is, so for example, this knife, I don't know if you can see this on the screen or not. Do you see where it says at the very bottom of the knife, it says evacuate? Yeah, evacuate to unlock blueprint. So this knife, if you're playing this game the very first time and find in raid, or in this case it's called enriched. If you find this in raid, if you successfully extract, then you unlock the blueprint. You unlock the blueprint. So then to and when I get out of the match, I'll show you again. But this game has a 3D printer. So if you completely unlock a blueprint, so you bring it out first time, it just unlocks the blueprint at 0%. But then the more you use the item or bring out more of them, the more you unlock the blueprint fully. So, you know, 25%, 50, 75, 100. So when you get to 100%, the blueprint completely unlocks for you. And then you could just 3D print the item for free. So that's what I'm saying. The money doesn't matter as much with this game. So, like that's what I'm doing with this gun here, the G3. I'm using it in raid. So the more I use it, the more I'll get it unlocked. So once I get it unlocked, then I can just 3D print it. Now the catch with it, of course, is it takes time to 3D print them. So like I can print RPKs, but it's only once every 2 hours. And I only have so many printer slots, right? So like last night I printed a couple of these big backpacks. I printed it like a helmet. That's a drop falling. I might actually go after that drop. Yeah, I might just abandon here and go after the drop real quick. Now, normally when you're playing with PV turned on, you're probably not running in the open like this. You're creeping around a bit more, right? It does. I can play the PvP part no problem, but this mode gets me messed up. What mode? What are we talking about? What mode? Okay, so the game is original. It has its own. Yeah, it actually is. It's refreshing. It's very original. So that's an airdrop. So you can think of like Scum or PUBG. Maybe Tarkov has it too. I'm not sure. So the airdrop is, well, it's an airdrop. There's going to be things in it. Now everyone on the map sees it, and everyone on the map can run for it. Oh, distorted. I got to kill these distorted. Now, where this is a PvE map right now, PvE mode, there's nobody else here, right? I got to worry about. Now I killed that, so and you also get missions. So my mission is to kill 3 of those guys, and there's another one right there. Oh, that didn't kill him. There we go, that killed him. Like it's really good in the sense of like with the attachments. So like I just click on it, and if I have another one, I can just click, and it just goes on. Like it tells you what's available and stuff. You just add it. Like it's really easy to use. I know some other games have it too, but it's just they have it from day one, I guess, which is really cool. Oh, this will get you. Well, the thing is, this is still hard though. The monsters mostly get me dead. Just gotta know what's best to kill. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. The monsters are really tough. So they can still absolutely get you. But a lot of times with PvP, you're in the middle of trying to kill this player, and there's monsters in between us. But it's both of us, right? So, unlike in some other games like Scum, where where the puppets or something is probably getting in your way, and is only screwing up one of you, the monsters usually mess up both of you. That's an invisible one right there. This gun is really loud. So the smoke only stays for so long, it's gone already. See that? So I know it's over there somewhere. It's not on the map anymore. But I do know it's over here roughly. So usually I just mark the map where I gotta go. So it gives you something that when you are offline as well, 3D printer working. Yes, it does. It allows you so you can make. So that's like kind of my goal. Like first, when you play the game, the first 20 hours or so, is you're unlocking these basic blueprints. So then when you go offline, you can just print your gear so you have some basic gear, and you upgrade them as you unlock them. Like it's just constant upgrade, right? Just constant upgrading to go. So the game came with PvE only mod also, and the AI is so great that it's not boring. The game industry is evolving. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, isn't that funny? You can cut up all these fences. Now I gotta try to find this drop where it's to. Oh shit, is he dead? This is so this is, and the AI fight each other too, right? The soldier right here, look. But the AI killed this guy. It looks like this one here. This is another. So there's scavs and there's actual agents playing too, or PMCs, I guess. So this is the PMC, for lack of better terms. He has some mags on him. Where's his gun? Oh, there's his gun. So he has an AKM, and he has an SKS, and he has a nice pistol. I'll bring that up with me, actually. He has an axe. And you got your vest, and you got your backpack, and stuff too. So you got couple different guns, different ways, different attachments, different mags, monsters mostly, yeah. So to get, yeah, exactly. So, and you can loot everything. Oh, but the unique thing this game has, I'll show you now in a second. Give me 2 seconds, I'll show you. All this stuff you bring out is potential crafting as well. Oh, actually, I'm going to go back and get that AKM. Because I have a safe container. I'm going to put this down in my safe container. I'll show you now why this game is unique. You see this here on the wall? You see this? Let's watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh shit. Actually, I would kill these with the assault rifle. I don't know why they're not all reacting. Everybody else inside's reacting. You hear them going crazy. Everyone's going nuts. I don't know where that drop went, but I want to get the drop. It's like, I hear them opening doors and everything below me. There's all kinds of things. So, the other thing is each monster has like a different, you know, weakness and stuff too. So, just because, you know, these guys are distorted, like they're pretty easy to kill. But when they're active, they kind of warp around. There's invisible guys. There's flower people that are brutal. There's actually a lot of craziness. Those that are orbs are brutal as well. So everything is lethal. Oh no! Don't fall! God damn. Look, there's the flower people. It's actually really hard to kill. The only thing that they don't do, the only thing the AI is not smart enough to do is climb walls. Oh, there it is. There's a drop. We're gonna see what's in the drop now. My only complaint with this is the drops they're not all that great. But anyway, they land as a ball. It lands and it bounces depending on where it lands. I've seen it go on a tree. I've seen it roll out into the middle of a lake. Like I've seen these drops go everywhere and they stay. Oh, it's actually a good drop. All right, so I'm gonna. Drop my. So I have a special thing that I'm gonna drop myself. Ow. This is a special thing I brought in. So it's actually an electronic dog. And what he does is he comes with me. And I can actually fill him up. So I can put all this stuff in him to bring out with me. As long as he comes out, he doesn't get killed. So, that's pretty cool. Are you doing Carl's or going to Saturday night's main event? I'm not, obviously I'm not going to Saturday's main. I'm going to Carl's, yes. I'm going to Carl's. And that's one of the missions I had to take a picture. Just an extract there. So I'm actually done now. I got everything I need to do. So we're gonna head over to that extract, see if we can get there. I'm gonna run straight out. Probably a bad idea, but what we're gonna do. Headshots kill all except Devours. Well, Devours don't have a head to shoot. And this takes a lot of hits, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna run past it. Oh, dude, there was stuff in that? Alright, let's go, puppy dog. We have 37 seconds. I don't think we're gonna get there. I don't think we're gonna get there. We're gonna try it, but... Actually, I think we're not gonna get there, so we're gonna stop. Oh, shit! Are you going over there? So me and Lily are gonna do Saturday night's main event the next night. So I'm gonna have to make mention. I'm gonna have to make mention to boys, no spoilers. I'm actually oh, the dormitory. I don't know if I can get into the dormitory. That one might be a little rough. Try it though. I love how it slows you down as you try to walk through. So you just can't run it. Yeah, I don't know if I can get it. Actually, I mentioned to Rich to see if he wants to come over as well. I think he might be dropping over as well. Oh.